Can you run an Etsy shop around a regular job and kids? You can, but you have to get creative with your time. Watch on as I explain how. Hi, I'm Alan. I make kids art and photo displays, which I have been selling mostly on Etsy since 2018. I do this around my regular day job and 2 young kids. My aim is to one day be able to replace the income from my day job with that of my own business, so that I can be more of the present parent that I aspire to be. As a solo handmade business owner, the biggest challenge I find is finding enough time for making, yet alone growing the business. My business is called PeggiPics. Maybe you've already started or are thinking about starting a handmade business around your job and other commitments. Then in this video, I'll share my tips for finding time for your business and also how to make the most of this time and also stay motivated. So how do we find time when there seems to be no spare time? If you have a job and other commitments, you might be wondering, how on earth am I going to fit anything else in? The good news is that you can, but you need to make use of what's called pockets of time. For example, when I pick up my daughter from school, I need to be there 20 minutes earlier so that I can park and walk up to the gate in time. So I do this 3 times a week, which already adds up to an hour. Sure, I can't do any making in the car, but I can do things like customer service, answering emails, research or ordering materials on my phone. Then on Thursdays, that's my day in the office for my regular job, and the office is in London, so together with the overground train and the underground train, it adds up easily to an hour each way. While many use this time to watch shows or scroll away on their phones, which includes me most of the time, it's also an ideal pocket of time to work on your business or do some self-development, listen to podcasts, do some reading. You can probably find some smaller pockets of time throughout your day, such as when you're taking breaks and find yourself reaching for your phone. Consider diverting some of that time towards working in your business because it all adds up. On your phone, you can usually see how much time you spend on each app, and if you take a look at your favorite app and how much time you spend on it, it can be quite eye-opening. I don't do it, to be honest. I'm definitely guilty of spending much more time consuming than I do growing my brand. And while taking time to relax is important, if you want to grow your business, then you've got to give it the attention and focus needed in order for it to grow. I get most of my making and packing done in the evenings when the kids are in bed. Then I've got good chunks of uninterrupted time and can crack on. Usually I have YouTube or my favorite show on in the background, so it doesn't have to be all or nothing. What are the pockets of time that you can take advantage of? Share them in the comments if you like, and we can get inspiration from each other. No toilet talk though, poo time is your time. So now that we've found some time, we have to use it well. When fitting your handmade business around everything else, it's worth making sure early on that it can fit in with your own circumstances. For example, very intentionally, my displays are packaged in a way that I can just drop them off in a postbox, and there are a few suitable postboxes that I can visit when dropping the kids off in the morning. So very rarely do I need to go through the hassle of finding parking and queuing at the post office or waiting for a collection. The fact that my displays are small and light also keeps postage costs low and means that they don't take up too much space in the house. My next tip is to consider having a dedicated space to do your making, because this makes it easier to start and stop whenever you need to, without wasting time setting up your craft space and packing it away again afterwards over and over. If it's a shared space, like say your dining room table, then consider keeping all your tools and materials nearby so they are easily accessible when you want to start making, because if you're getting set up over and over again, all that time can really add up. Corporations love using Lean Six Sigma to improve efficiency. One of the things it focuses on is reducing 7 kinds of waste to improve workflow. 2 of the wastes are transportation and motion. So just by reducing how much setting up and searching around that you have to do every time you want to start working in your business, that can really save a lot of precious time in the long run. Mindset. I'll be totally honest with you, sometimes it's really hard to find the motivation or energy to work on my business. We are not machines, and there will be times when you're just not in the mood. You could be ill, tired, or you just need to zone out for a bit. This is why it's important to be clear on your why. This will help you get through the darker days and night when otherwise you could end up resenting your business and quitting. My why is my kids. I want to be a present parent as much as possible, and even though my current day job is quite flexible, there are times when it obviously has to come first. As a recruiter once said to me, I have a bit of a unicorn arrangement going on at the moment, but sadly, the way jobs are these days, I know it won't last forever. So this motivates me to not have to depend on being an employee. It's just not practical anymore for me to be commuting over an hour each way, several days a week into the office, and given the choice, I would prefer not to. My next tip is to be really passionate about what you do. Unless you're making mega bucks, I don't think that just the fact that your side business is earning money is going to be enough. If we look at regular jobs, there are many who hate their job and find it quite depressing, even though if the pay is decent, and I've been there myself. Being passionate about what you do helps with motivation, and the sweet spot is when running your own business doesn't feel like a job because you love doing it, even if it takes more time than a regular job does, which is pretty likely until you reach the point where you can outsource or get some help. The mission of PeggiPics is to help make kids happy and encourage their creativity when they see their artwork go up on display. And also for people to remember happy times when they see their favourite photos up on the wall. And it's the thought that what I create helps others in this way that has kept me going for all these years. The next point sounds obvious, but it's easy to forget. Remember that if you're juggling all sorts of responsibilities, then it can take longer for your business to grow than for someone who perhaps has loads more free time, and that's fine. Measure your progress and success relative to your own circumstances, rather than comparing yourself to others. Whatever goal you have in mind, you can reach it, but you have to be patient. Thanks for watching and spending this pocket of time with me. Please like the video if it's been helpful. I'll be sharing more of my handmade business journey here, so please subscribe if you want to follow along. See you later.